Red Dead Redemption isn't about outlaws or gunfights, though it has all of that in breathtaking abundance. It's about one question every man in this story is desperately trying to answer. Can a person ever truly escape who they were? Today on Playnetarium, the full story. Red Dead Redemption, the hidden details buried between them, and where this saga goes next. Sit down, let's get into it. We begin in 1899. Before John Marston, before everything fell apart. We begin with Arthur Morgan and the Vanderlinde gang. Dutch Vanderlinde leads them, a man of impossible charisma who talks about freedom like it's something you can ride toward and actually reach. His gang believes him, Arthur believes him, and for a long time that belief feels like enough. Then the Pinkertons close in, a job goes wrong, then another. Dutch's plans get bigger as his grip on reality gets smaller, and Arthur, who has followed this man for 20 years, starts seeing him clearly for the first time. This is where the game becomes something extraordinary, because Arthur doesn't just change, he chooses to change. Even after a doctor tells him he has tuberculosis and won't survive the year, even when there's nothing left to gain from being a good man, he helps the people Dutch abandoned. He protects John's family, and in their final moments, he tells John to take his wife and son and run. Then Arthur turns back alone, coughing, exhausted, dying, to face whatever comes. If you played with high honor, the sun rises as he dies. Not survival, just peace. The game gives him peace, and it hides that meaning even deeper. Visit Arthur's grave after the ending. High honor, high flowers and sunlight. Low honor, a barren, dark stone. The game remembers every choice you made, every single one. Scattered through this world are more things worth finding. At exactly 3 a.m. in-game, a ghost train roars through Lemoyne. No passengers, no destination, just fire and noise and then nothing. Across the map, a serial killer's trail of dismembered body parts leads to a hidden lair with a message that's never resolved, deliberately. And then there's Nigel, a man endlessly searching for his missing friend Gavin. He appears throughout all of RDR 2. You can find him again in RDR 1 years later, still looking. Gavin has never been found. Rockstar has never explained it. The mystery has outlasted both games. John Marston thought he was done. Arthur told him to run. He ran. He built a ranch, married Abigail, raised Jack. For a while, it actually worked. Then federal agents showed up at the door. They have his wife, his son. The deal is simple. Hunt down every former Vanderlinde member, and maybe they'll give his family back. So John rides. He hunts Bill Williamson. He crosses into Mexico, caught between a revolution where no side is clean. He faces Javier Escuela, and then, finally, Dutch. Their confrontation on a cliff is one of the most quietly devastating moments in gaming. No dramatic speech, no final battle. Dutch looks at John, looks at the government men closing in behind him, and steps backward off the ledge. Not beaten, not redeemed, just gone. John goes home. His family is waiting. For one brief chapter, you live that life. Chop wood, herd cattle, ride with Abigail at sunset. Rockstar gives you just enough to make what comes next hurt. Then the government men return. Because John Marston alive is a loose end. Edgar Ross rides in with an army. John sends his family into the trees, steps outside, and faces them the way this story always ends, alone. Jack buries his father, then his mother. Then he finds Edgar Ross, retired, fishing on a quiet riverbank, and kills him. In that moment, everything John died to prevent catches up to his son. The cycle doesn't break, it just finds a new rider. Look at John's face when you play RDR 1, those 3 claw marks. We see them happen in RDR 2, a wolf attack on a young John Marston. A decade between the games, the same wound carried forward. And the clifftop where Dutch falls in RDR 1 maps directly to where Dutch and Arthur's story ends in RDR 2. The geography of this world is one long connected tragedy. Now, the part everyone's been waiting for. Rockstar hasn't confirmed it, not officially, but Take-Two's CEO has called Red Dead a permanent franchise. And when a publisher uses that word, they don't mean it's over. A developer's LinkedIn profile, briefly visible before being edited, referenced AI systems tied to RDR 3, the kind of slip the internet doesn't forget. So what does the story demand next? The most compelling answer is Jack Marston. He buried his father. He became the very thing John tried to keep him from being. But Jack is educated. John made sure of that. He read books. He dreamed bigger. He's the most conflicted, untouched protagonist this series has waiting in the wings. Others believe Rockstar goes backward, to a young Dutch Vanderlinde in his idealist years, before the philosophy curdled. To see Dutch as Arthur once saw him, full of genuine belief, that would be devastating in the best way possible. Realistic release estimates push RDR 3 toward 2027 or beyond, with GTA 6 still commanding Rockstar's full attention. But the story isn't finished. It has never been finished, because the questions it asks about violence, legacy, and whether a man can truly change don't have clean answers. And Rockstar knows exactly what they're doing with that. 3 games, 1 question. Arthur answered it by becoming someone worthy of the time he had left. John answered it by believing the answer was yes, right up until he was proven wrong. And Jack? Jack is still writing. The genius of this franchise is that every detail, every scar, every grave, every ghost train, every man still searching for Gavin means something. You just have to look. For more story breakdown, explanations, and deep dives into the gaming industries, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next one.